it goes back to the revenge you was talking about, you know, being humble and waiting for the Lord to do this. But this is Obadiah 1:15. It says, "For the day of the Lord is there upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thine own head."
Yeah, man.
You said that reward will turn upon thy own head, man.
And in Revelations, that tell you that's the patience and the faith of the saints.
Exactly.
That's why we suffering everything we're going through right now, man.
Exactly.
In order to receive something worthy of being received, you got to go through something. How is it that Yahweh Shah was sacrificed and had to lay his life down, knowing he was going to die the way he died, and did that in obedience, and you just want to skate into the kingdom? No, it don't work like that.
Right.
The Lord requires you to show and prove how much faith you got in him, man. You can't half step. That's why in Revelation say you can't be lukewarm, man. You got to be fully committed, because the Lord know your heart, man. He can search you out. If you really want justice for your people, if you really want to, Solomon 6:20, if you really want to rule something, you got to change your spirit first, man. That's why the Lord ain't giving us the kingdom yet, man. We're not right. But that's why the Lord ain't giving us the kingdom first. He building us right now. Right now, we're going through fire. And when you go through fire, it don't feel good, man.
Right.
But if you gold, he gonna get all of them impurities out of you, man. In all parts of life, you got growing pains, man. Everything you do in life, you got growing pains. If you lift weights, if you ain't been lifting weights in a while and you go to that gym, your body gonna be hurting, man. And then your body gotta build up a tolerance for that. Same thing for us spiritually, man. Our nation was destroyed. And in order for us to come back, the Lord gotta rebuild us step by step, block by block. Rewrite our DNA so we have a right mind. That's why the second covenant is that we gonna keep the law like we breathe, man. That's beautiful, man. Not fighting your thoughts. Being able to keep the law like you breathe. We were made above all nations, man. And we out here telling Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans that we're the best people on earth and they're fighting us for it, man. To tell your people that they kings, but you gotta be instructed, like Psalms say. You can't be a king and just do whatever the fuck you want to do, not yet. Now when the laws get written in our hearts perfectly, you're going to be able to do whatever you desire, because your body not going to allow you to go outside the lines and the guidelines that the Lord has put before us, man.
Right.
But in order for us to receive a kingdom, you got to bring it out.
That is just...
Yeah, man, because the Lord is basically trying our spirit, man. Right now, we in flesh that's susceptible to sin. So in order for us to get up out of this situation, we got to rehearse the righteous acts and be patient. The Lord is really testing our patience.
Yep.
Not in a bad way, but he's really testing our patience, because we got to be patient. The hard work has been done, but we got to be patient and wait for Yahweh Shah to return and receive his kingdom. Because we're joint heirs, but he took the ultimate sacrifice to receive this kingdom that we want to enjoy.
Wisdom of Solomon 6:20. Therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. If your delight be then, if your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom, that ye may reign forevermore.
Bring it out one more time.
Therefore the desire of wisdom bringeth to a kingdom. If your delight be then in thrones and scepters, O ye kings of the people, honor wisdom, that ye may reign forevermore.
Wisdom bringing forth the kingdom, which is why the Lord has given us wisdom first, man. Not that we're going to get a kingdom that crumbles. This is not a kingdom made of wisdom. That's why folly is set in great dignity, man.
Yep.
That's why rappers and singers are praised so much. In the ancient world, you wouldn't praise a jester. You call a jester into the king's court to entertain him, and then he go on about his business. He wasn't praised and celebrated. That shows you the level of wisdom that's in this world. They don't have to believe that there's no intelligent source behind life itself. Shows you the level of wisdom this kingdom has, man. That shows you the level of wisdom. That's why the Lord is using the foolish things of this world to confound the wise. What it doesn't look like much what's going on right now, but a kingdom is being built. Right before their very eyes. And because they have no wisdom, they can't perceive it. They can't discern that a kingdom is being made before their eyes. Just like every person loves an underdog, right now we're the underdogs. But woe unto you that lose patience, man.
Psalms 14:1. The chief musician, the Psalm of David. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God.
A fool. You got to be a fool to believe that, man. You got to be a fool to believe that DNA rewrote itself, man. That's like saying the iPhone made itself. Is your body not more advanced than the iPhone? And you saying that it made itself? That happened by accident? Are you kidding me? This is the level of wisdom that this world is dealing with, man. That's why the Lord instructed us to come out of this world, man. To be reborn, man. You got to start again as a babe and come back into the kingdom, man. This is how you come back to being kingdom-minded. That's why the brother brought that out beautifully, how he was enjoying a woman, and then as the kingship mind started growing, you start seeing, look, man, it's better out there. The Lord got better things prepared for us, man. Not withering away in this wicked-ass kingdom, man. That's why the Lord is instructing, and he's creating kings right now. Because the ones that's making it out of here are going to be future kings, aristocrats.
Go.
Did you look up the definition of aristocrat? Because aristocrat is like the elite of a nation. That's why the Lord is only bringing out the elect, man. What happened when the Lord brought out the whole Israel in the first Exodus? Straight wickedness, man. The Lord gave us laws and statutes, did all these miracles, and our people saw them with their own eyes and couldn't get right, man. So the Lord said, look, this time I'm only bringing the elect. I'm only bringing the aristocrats of your nation out of this hell. And they are going to plant and bring forth the rest of the nation.
Right.
Aristocrats, a member of an aristocracy, especially a noble, a person who has the taste, manners, etc., characteristic of members of an aristocracy.
Aristocracy.
Aristocracy. An advocate of an aristocratic from a form of government. Anything regarded as the best.
Anything regarded as the best. A government. The Lord is building the foundation of the temple right now, man. The Lord is building that foundation. Because ultimately the whole Israel is going to be the temple.
Right.
But right now he's only taking away the foundation. Because the foundation is the strongest part of the building. If you don't have a good foundation, the building not going to stand. The Lord ain't going to give us another kingdom so we can be back in captivity in another 100 years. That's why we got to patiently wait. And at the end, we don't deserve a kingdom. We're getting the kingdom out of the mercy of the Heavenly Father because he got to stick to his word because he's noble. Leviticus 20 and 26. Because the Lord separated us from these people, man, to be separate, to be holy, man, to be an example of righteousness on the planet Earth. Breaking it down spiritually, we really angels in the flesh, man. You can't count the holy host in the heavens, man. Likewise, you're not going to be able to count the whole of Israel. We're angels in the flesh, man. But you got angels that's going to be separated, and then you got the other angels that have been victims of their own lust. Because every time you come back on this planet, you got to fight your flesh, man. And this is the final battle. That means you got to give it all you got. Break it out,
Leviticus 20, verse 26. And ye shall be holy unto me, for I, the Lord, am holy, and have served you from have severed you from other people.
So the Lord cut us away from other people, man. He said, look, this portion right here, that's me. I'm putting my name on this right here. So you know what? We got to wear the punishment for that, man. When you go off, because we're the firstborn, we got to be judged harshly, man. This world belongs to us, man. This world really belongs to us, man. Before you came in the truth, man, you probably wanted a little house, nice house, a chick, some bread, you know, you wanted to be set aside with some cheese, you know. But when the Lord bring you into this, you see that's small, man. That's small. That's tiny. The Lord say a small one will be a whole nation.
Right.
You ain't had no kind of thoughts like that before you got in the truth, before you knew the Lord's plan.
Right.
A small one to be a whole nation unto himself. Everlasting life, man. You couldn't perceive not dying. To be honest, even being in the truth, it's still hard to perceive not dying. You know it's gonna happen, but to actually perceive it in a 3D, the Lord gotta actually do it, man. That's why I say we prophesy and we see in the glass half darkened, man. We know what's gonna happen, we don't know the details. The Lord said 7 women shall cling to one man.
Right.
We don't know the details of how he gonna hook that up. We just know it's gonna go down. But in order for you to receive those blessings, your mind gotta be right first. You gotta actually be fighting this spiritual battle, man. If you're not prepared to take, like Yahweh Shai, if you can find it, Yahweh Shai said, take up my cross and follow me. I think it's like Luke 9. But the Lord said, take up your cross and follow him, man. That means you gotta go through something, man. You don't wanna be that guy, well, your whole team that had a fight, and you was that guy that ain't make the fight, or you bowed out, and everybody talking about how they don't whoop the team and you ain't do nothing, man. You want to be on the finish line with the brother saying, yeah, I took a couple L's, I took a couple swings, but I was swinging back. I never gave up. Bro, eternity is a long time to think about how you conducted yourself in these last hours of this last kingdom, bro. That's a long time to think about how you conducted yourself.
Yep.
Did you really give up the kingdom for some hoes?
That's why I said that too. If I could say that, the scripture said, man, you know, basically the 2/3 are gonna be like they're gonna be in shame and everlasting contempt, because they gonna understand that, yo, I was one of those wicked motherfuckers, man. I was up there coming against the prophets of the Lord, and they gonna be ashamed for it. And they really they don't regard it now. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not at the chopping block. They don't regard it now, it's just whatever. We just some niggas up there in dresses and shit talking a bunch of shit with a Bible.
And that just show you, bro. Like when you start really contemplating and meditating on that.
Right.
Eternity is a long time to be thinking about some fucked up shit you did. If you made a mistake yesterday, excuse my French, if you made a mistake yesterday, you thinking about that mistake 2-3 days, like, imagine you got the whole eternity to really meditate on all of your wickedness, man. That's gonna eat you alive, man. This is the last hours of the last kingdom, man, before we get everlasting glory, man. Where do you want to end up when that happens, man? What side you want to be on when that happens? Because the death by pain, that's gonna be tough, but that's nothing in comparison to having all glory and you ain't do nothing. You ain't even fight for your kingdom, man. You ain't stand for nothing. That's a heavy burden to walk around with, man. That's why right now, fight this battle, bro. No matter what you're going through, bro, have faith and fight the battle, man. Even Yahweh Shai had weak moments. And this is the only begotten son we talking about. Even he had weak moments where he was like, Lord, I don't really want to go through this.
He was in the flesh.
You know, he said the spirit was willing, but the flesh was weak, man.
Yep.
Our Lord and Savior, the King over our whole nation, had to be brutally murdered to get his crown. You gotta meditate on that when times get hard for you. Look what your king went through, man. In order for us to attain the kingdom, man, we gotta go through something, man. You're gonna have to get your hands dirty, bro. In order for you to receive the kingdom on this first go round, not to wake up in the kingdom thinking about Instagram and all that bullshit you was doing and how weak it was in comparison to the kingdom. You gotta go through something, man. Right now, we going through it, man. We don't party like the heathens, man. We're not in the spirit of folly, man. We're in the spirit of war, man. Because that's what's coming. The Lord done told us people gonna starve to death. Bring out 2nd Ezra 15. People gonna starve to death. Martial law coming. Race wars. Earthquakes in diverse places. People gotta die in those events, man. They say the slain of the Lord shall be many, bro. That means when the Lord stop all this mercy shit, bodies dropping, man. The Lord killed everybody and kept 8 people in the flood. These peons ain't gonna make it, man. Our people are the only ones that really have an opportunity to come back to their heritage and actually receive salvation. But you know what? In the spirit, I was meditating on it. I watched The Passion of the Christ a few days ago, and when you think about it, our people gave the Lord up, and they said, "Let His blood be upon us and our children." Right. That's why a lot of the Israelites is walking past; they can't perceive it, because a lot of them made that oath, going along with the multitude. They gave up the only begotten Son.
Battery in her eye?
Oh, slack. You got it. Bring it out. Start at the top. Start at the top.
2 Ezra 15 verse 1. Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true. Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee.
And incredulity means disbelief.
Right.
We don't care if you don't believe. It don't matter. Our job is to come out here and prophesy, man. Our job is to come out here and stand there and proclaim boldly what's about to happen. The Lord said, "Fear not the imaginations, the incredulity, the disbelief, no faith."
Unfaithful.
Fear not the imaginations against thee, let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee. For all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness.
Point blank, period, man. They don't have to believe. The Lord already got a judgment for them that don't believe, man. That's why when you once you start getting in the truth and getting up there a little bit, you start seeing, man, it ain't all about calling the white man the devil, bro. This ain't a Black Panther movie.
That's right.
The Lord really gonna kill people. Where you gonna stand at when He start unleashing hell out there?
Right.
That's what's more important. You telling the white man he going into slavery, it's a part of the job, but that's not the whole of the job. The whole of the job is to tell our people they going off so they can come back.
That's the meat.
Yes, come. Thank you for water. That's the meat. That's the primary objective, man. Telling the heathens what's gonna happen to them is secondary because they unfaithful anyway.
Exactly.
They unfaithful by nature. It ain't in their blood to believe this, period.
Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues. I will bring plagues upon the world, sword, famine, death, and destruction.
The Lord bringing sword, famine, death, and destruction, man. You don't have to believe now. Because we know what time it is, man. We actually, in the spirit, we wouldn't be out here if we didn't believe it, man. And these people gonna have to feel it and believe it through death by pain, man.
You got something?
Yeah, I got the Lord giving examples right now, man. He giving the little warnings by that hurricane that hit Texas. That's famine right there. That's destruction. That's death. That's gonna happen on a greater scale.
Yeah, his brother got a precept too.
Just going back to what you were saying about, you know, the whole job. This is John 6 and 27. It says, labor not for the meat which perisheth, but for the meat that endureth unto everlasting life, which the Son of Man, Yahweh shall give unto you. For him that Yahweh the Father sealed.
Man, that's why we right now, we taking our L's now, bro.
Yeah.
We not trying to be in the kingdom with our head down, man. You can't look at Yahweh in his eye because you forsook him in the last days, man. Because when he presented the truth to you, when he stretched out his hand, like it's saying Proverbs, we stretched out his hand, you put behind it. You despised it, man. You despised the law. So the Lord said he gonna laugh at calamities, man. People drowning, bombs dropping, the Lord laughing at that, man.
Right.
That's why, man, it's gonna take a strong spirit to get through these last days, man. You seeing people panic over a hurricane, man. That's chump change compared to what the Most High got planned, man. That's just a little trailer to the movie, man. The Lord about to really get busy out here, man. He gave a lot of time for mercy, man. And when he did that, a lot of people forgot who he is, man. Bring it out, huh?
For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled. Therefore, saith the Lord, I will hold my tongue no more as touching their wickedness.
Right now, the Lord's starting to not hold his tongue, man. Judgments are starting to go forth. Wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth, man. You got children picking their genders in elementary school, man. Can you imagine? Bro, this place can't go on too much longer, man. They already setting the next generation up for utter destruction, man. You picking your gender in elementary school, man? That's ridiculous, man. That's why the Lord said wickedness has exceedingly polluted the earth, man. Right. The Lord did Sodom and Gomorrah, man, and that was grown-ass people making decisions, man. Now that you affecting the future of the next generation, man. That's exceeding wickedness, man. Bring it out, Doc. Look, man. When the Lord start doing shit, man.
Part of the reason why we hate that, you know, like that homosexual thing, man, because you have a rulership mentality, man. You don't want your people to be confused, man. These transgenders are confusing the people. They're tricking the people into doing wicked things, man. Now you think Buddy is a female or something. You might mess around and kiss the person or sleep with the person or plan on having kids with the person or something, man. That's wicked, man. We don't want people to be confused, man. We want the light to be brought up, the truth to be out in the open. That's how Israel is as a people, man. We're bold and we put the truth out there in the open, man. But people being transgenders is Esau being his snake deceitful self, man. Deceiving the people, man. We don't want that, man. The Most High don't want that, man. He wants the truth to be what it is, man. What he put you as, that's what you believe.
This is Isaiah chapter 5, verse 20. Woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. Because that's what's happening, man. Evil is being said is good, man. Right. It's good. It's acceptable to go along with all of this sexual deviance, man. And if you're not in a kingship mind state, man, the Lord will give you over to this shit, man. That's scary, man. That's why the Lord is separating a small cluster of men that have a kingship mind state, that want revenge, that want to see their people prosper, that's tired of seeing their people oppressed in a strange land, that want to see Israel again in peace, man. You look at Israel right now, it ain't nothing but war and heathens, man. And all kind of wickedness, man. The biggest gay parade is in Tel Aviv, man. That's our homeland we talking about, man. That's our heritage over there, man. But in order for us to get revenge for all of that, man, we gotta be patient and we gotta fight the spiritual battle, man. Because every day the Lord put us through stuff every day so you can apply these scriptures. Right. It ain't we not watching a movie, bro. We actually in the movie. And then you gotta learn your script and apply it, man. It ain't just about learning the truth and just walking around knowing it and just waiting for the Lord to bring out the prophecies. No, He's gonna put you in some situations where you gotta recall scriptures and apply them, man. That's why wisdom bringeth about a kingdom, man. The only way you gather wisdom is through experience. You can know a lot of stuff. That's why I say with all I get understanding. But wisdom comes through experience. You actually gotta apply stuff to see it work. That's why the Lord got us in the spiritual battle, man. While the whole world is at liberty, they got freedom to do whatever they want. The Lord has brought a small cluster back to say, look, get your mind right. I'm about to start doing stuff out here. Get your mind right. When I send your big brother back, you need to be ready for that. Before your big brother get back, you need to be ready for that. The Lord about to put people to death, man. It ain't all about the so-called white man.